Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with 10 Speed by Strosahl. So we've got only 10 sum killer cages today. Let's go over the rules. We have normal 6 by 6 Sudoku rules. That means in each row, each column, and each 2 by 3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6, exactly ones each. We also have these killer cages in the grid. Digits in a cage can't repeat. So for example, this cage here, normally you could put a 1 here and a 1 here. Sudoku would be perfectly fine with that. But they're both in the same cage. And because they're in the same cage, they aren't allowed to repeat. So don't do that. In addition to that, all the cells in the cage sum to the value in the top left. So in this case, they all sum to 10. These two sum to 10. These three sum to 10. These two sum to 10. These four sum to 10, etc. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. All right, there's a couple gimmies in here. 10 and 2, the only way we're doing 10 and 2 without repeating a digit is 4, 6. Because we have 1 through 6, that's just the only way to do 10. 4, 6, or 5, 5, but 5, 5 repeats a digit. So, do I want to type out a bunch of 1, 2, 3, 5s? Maybe not yet. The other gimme is these 10 cages. I am going to write out 1, 2, 3, 4 in them. The only way to add to 10 and 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, that's the minimum you can add 2 and 4. The 4, 6 pair takes 4 out of these two. So 4 is in one of these two, which does make that a 6. That's a 4. Now these aren't 4, so 4 is in one of these two. That's a 6, and that's a 4. So that's not a 4. Placing 4 in the box, giving us 6 and 4. All right. So those all resolve. Okay, so I'm seeing a 1, 2, 3 triple in this 10 cage. So the question we want to ask is, what cells see all three of these cells? I see that this one does. If you notice, it sees these two through the column and this through the box. So it can't actually be 1, 2, or 3. It also can't be 4, 6. So that has to be a 5, leaving a 1, 2, 3 here. So this is a 1, 2, 3 triple, and this is a 5, 6 pair. And that has to be the 5. That's the 6. Making that a 1, 3 pair, placing this 2. These aren't 2. So 2's in one of these two. Okay, let's take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3 triple. That's a 5. These two add to 5. 1, 4, like that, because that 4, or 2, 3, either way. All right. This is from 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's take a step back. What did we get? This column is down to 1, 3, 4. It's not a 4. So this is kind of the opposite thing. A 1, 3, 4 triple here. You'll notice that this cell is affected by the entire 1, 3, 4 triple. It shares a cage with this cell, and it shares a box with these two. It also shares a cage with these two, but it shares a box with these two and a cage with this one. So we know these will be 1, 3, and 4 in some order. So this can't be a 1 or a 3 or a 4, but it would never want it to be a 4. So that has to be 2 as a result. That does mean 2's in one of these two. These add to 5 because of the 10 cage. So that's a 2, 3. That makes that a 1 and that a 3 and that a 1. That makes this the 1 for the column. That's not a 1. So that's not a 1 because 1's in one of these. Okay, what else do we got? 2, 3 pairs. So this is 4, 5. So that's 5. That's 4. That's 3 and 4. We need a 1 up here. What do we got going on here? This is 2, 3. That's a 2, 3 pair. So that's our 1. So this is either 1 plus 2. That's 3. With a 7? No, thank you. So the 1 plus 3 and 6. That's 2 and 3. That's not a 3. This is going very cleanly. This is a 5. This is a 1 and a 6. The 6 tells us that's 1, that's 6. That's 2. That affects the cage. That's 3 and 1 and 3 and 2. These two are the 2 and the 5, and we're done. All right. Neat puzzle, Scott. I really like how you showed off two different kinds of kind of triples that normally wouldn't do anything, but because of cages, we kind of have that extra non-repeat rule that affects certain cells. And so the 1, 2, 3 here, this can't be 1, 2, or 3 as a result. And then we have the 1, 3, 4 here, meaning this couldn't be 1, 3, or 4 as a result. That was pretty neat. And the rest just went very smoothly. All right, cool. Well, let me know how you did. And if you enjoyed this, want to leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.